We found a story about a girl who said her dad was in the mafia. Today we're gonna see if it's real or fake.
Get some popcorn and settle down because my story is bonkers.
Okay.
My childhood was crazy. Mom was super strict and was always breathing down my neck to make sure I followed all her dumb house rules. I'm so disappointed in you. Seriously? I got no dessert because of freaking placemats.
Oh.
Dad was a complete weirdo. He stayed in his study all day long and
That's because he works in the FBI.
only left at night with a suspicious-looking briefcase.
Interesting.
But whenever I asked him what was in it, he would always tell me to mind my own business.
Smart?
So rude. One day, I was playing football by myself in the park when
You're literally from America. I can hear your accent and it's American. You should call it soccer, but okay.
two mean-looking men grabbed my ball and squished all the air out of it. Hey, are you stupid? You're supposed to kick the ball, not squish it. She's a little firecracker. Where's your dad, little girl?
Oh, what the
He
heck?
owes us an apology. Why? Who are you? And what did my dad do to you? You ask too many questions. Let's just say your father isn't a very nice man. Selfie. And they took pictures with me and left. What was going
Oh,
on?
that's
I
messed
ran
up.
home and confronted Dad. He looked panicked but told me it was no big deal. But I wasn't going to let it go. That night, I sneaked out of my room like a ninja and tried to get into Dad's study. But suddenly, a loud alarm went off.
Dude has alarmed his study? You would think you would just lock it, but okay.
Red lights flashed all over the house. I nearly jumped out of my skin in fright. Dad was so furious, he made me write 200 times, "I will mind my own business." But the next day, he was gone.
Uh-oh.
I looked for him everywhere
You look for him in the cookie jar. Look, this girl's not the brightest cookie in the jar.
and called him, but his phone was off. And
Interesting.
I felt guilty.
He was kidnapped, maybe.
Left because of me? But Mom refused to talk about him. Aren't you even a little bit worried about Dad? He's missing. He's a grown man. I'm sure he can take care of himself.
Oh,
People said he's a bad man. What did he do? What have I told you about listening to idle gossip?
dude, these parents are awful, man. What the crap?
And straighten your back. Ugh, she was the worst.
Wait, she's right though.
Rather than go to the police
Good
and file a
posture.
report, she moved us to a new city.
Actually, is this actually good? I feel like it's like uncomfortable to sit so straight. Maybe it is though.
I was so mad at her that I stopped showering for a week.
Wow.
Then I accidentally smelled my own armpits and nearly fainted. So I finally took a bath.
I feel like that's an interesting scene. I don't know why they threw that in here. It seems very realistic though and relatable, and so that makes me believe this more.
But I stopped doing chores according to her ridiculous
Okay.
rules. Lucy, I told you to dry the laundry, not dye it.
Oh.
Oops. But I was only getting started. I always put the forks and knives in different drawers around the house after washing them and screwed up the TV remote so it wouldn't work properly. I dyed my hair orange and got fake piercings and tattoos, but told her they were real. She was so upset, she got me enrolled in an insanely strict school. Uniforms and rules.
Okay.
I'm sure they'll knock some sense into you. Not if I knock them over first. St. Mary's was a mansion with super
Wow.
rich kids. The lawns were perfectly kept.
Look at
And
this.
the halls were so clean, they shone like diamonds.
Wow.
But I got in trouble on the very first day. I was putting my books in my locker when suddenly someone threw a hoodie in my face. Wear this. Your ugly face is gonna make me vomit. Then look somewhere else, creep. This
Got
is
him!
a respectable school. We don't want people like you.
Oh, why does she have pink hair and yellow eyes? That's a very interesting combination.
So you better clean up. She knocked the milkshake out of my hand and pushed me down in the mess.
Wow.
I saw red. I was about to get up and slap this crazy witch when suddenly a boy came running down the hall and stood between us. Picking on the new kid on the first day? You're really desperate for attention, aren't you, Crystal? Mind your own business, Anthony. It's my school, not your dad's office. What I say goes.
Why did you just flick a booger at her?
Maybe I should give him a call and we'll see who really runs this school.
Interesting.
Crystal looked furious. She flipped her hair and left with her minions. Anthony helped me out. Hey, I'm sorry about Crystal. Just because she's the principal's
Oh, there you go.
she thinks she can boss everyone around. Thanks for coming in like a knight in shining armor. I always wanted to save a damsel in distress.
Aww.
Oh, you didn't save me. You saved her from me.
Oh.
The teachers at the school were like Mom Pro Max. They gave detention for everything. Need to sharpen your pencil twice a day? Detention. Spend more than 5 minutes in the bathroom? Detention. The last straw for me was when
That's
one
a
of the
scary
teachers
teacher.
took away my bag of candies and threw them in the trash. Just keep your candy at home. Mom is a bigger candy police than the teachers. One time I had more than one M&M and she took me to the dentist for a cleaning. That's intense. Come over to my place and we can play video games
Oh!
and eat all the candy you want.
I would love to. I would be your friend.
The house was bigger than the White House. There were guards all over the place and a whole room dedicated to gaming consoles, snacks, and a freaking cotton
Look
candy
at
machine.
that.
Fart in my face to wake me up because
Whoa, wait, whoa, hey. Fart in my face to wake me up.
I must be dreaming. You are so weird. We played till our eyes hurt, and it was the best time I'd ever had in my life. Over a dinner of greasy burgers, I told him all about my parents, how we'd moved so suddenly.
Bro, this must be a good video because my cat Morel is mesmerized. She's like staring at
and
it.
how I'd never
She
had
loves
a
it.
normal childhood.
It's a good show, Morel.
And how Dad left. I think Dad was a criminal or something. That's the only logical explanation.
Yeah.
Is that why he disappeared? Maybe. This is the best burger I've ever had.
Okay.
Mom would freak out if she saw me eating this. That just shows your mom really cares about you.
Yeah.
My dad builds bridges and has a whole list of rules that he needs to follow strictly, or people's lives could be in danger. Your mom is just trying to build a strong bridge.
Yeah.
I'd never really thought about it like that. Maybe Mom wasn't so bad. But Anthony was so...
I mean, look, it's a different vibe here. You're at this dude's house, you got 50,000 burgers and guards, then you come home and your mom's doing this. I would stay there. I'll move in with him.
Because when I got home, Mom was waiting for me in the living room, boiling with anger. How dare you go to a friend's house without permission? Do I even know these people? You'd know about my friends if you cared about anything other than your stupid rules.
Got him.
You're grounded. I hated my life at home.
She just throws it on the
Crystal
ground.
was making me miserable at school. She was the student body president and was always after me for breaking some rule. Ugh, I know you can't fix your ugly face, but at least have the decency not to smile. Your crooked teeth really make everyone cringe.
Oh,
Detention.
that's a really good roast if you ever need a comeback.
For
I feel like.
smiling? That isn't against the rules. No, but it should be for you. Well, if I'm gonna do the time, I might as well do the crime. I was getting
Oh,
detention so often that kids in school had started calling it getting a Lucy. It was ridiculous.
getting a
So
Lucy.
I
That's
decided
funny.
to get even in the most Lucy way possible. I came in super early one day. The whole school
Yeah.
was a blank canvas. So I drew the little brown swirls on every whiteboard and bathroom stall.
Like, I feel like if you're a good kid, you get in trouble. This makes you a bad kid. It's just how it is.
School went nuts. One of the teachers fainted.
What?
The principal called me into her office, and soon after, Mom showed up with Dad's briefcase.
Oh.
She told me angrily to go outside for a few minutes. You're definitely going to get expelled, Lucy.
Uh-oh.
That's what happens when you don't follow the rules. But just then, the principal came out looking pale and sweaty. Well, Lucy, I've decided not to expel you. I can see you don't do well with rules, so maybe we can relax a few and make learning easy for you.
Okay, so clearly this mom and dad combo do something legit because she just threatened this principal.
What? I was shocked, but Crystal had a full-blown meltdown. This loser drew poop all over my locker. She can't get away with this. I want her out, Mommy. Kick her out.
Bro, so now this girl's mom is actually in charge? What's going
The
on?
principal had to drag Crystal into her office because she was kicking and screaming like a 5-year-old.
What the heck?
And Mom grabbed my hand and took me home for the day.
What?
just happened? What did you say to the principal? Did you threaten her? What's in that briefcase? That's none of your business. Just keep your head down at school. I saved your butt this time, but it won't always work. No.
Dude, I am so curious what's going on right now. Like, where's the dad? What is their job? What is happening?
Maybe you're a criminal, just like Dad. I don't trust you at all. I won't do anything you ask until I know the truth. I ran out the door and went to stay with Anthony. It was the only place I felt safe. Mom kept calling, but I ignored her calls. The next day, people in school were looking at me like I was some kind of hero. One of
Whoa.
Crystal's minions actually dusted my locker and opened it for
Whoa.
me. While
Look at
another
that.
girl brought me coffee and offered to carry my books. What's going on here? Why are you guys doing this? Because someone finally put Crystal in her place. She's no
Morel,
longer
this
the
is great,
body
isn't it?
president thanks to you. We were all so tired of her being mean to us. Aw, shucks. But I didn't really do anything. Thanks for the coffee, but you don't have to do this anymore, okay? Life was pretty sweet after that. The teachers left me alone, and Crystal's day of ruling the school halls was over.
What did your mom
She
do?
was always glaring at me like she was planning something evil in that petty brain of hers. And a few weeks later, I found out.
Here we
what?
go.
Someone had spray
Oh.
painted poop emojis on every
How are they
teacher's
so
car
good?
and left a giant cat turd on the principal's windshield.
Oh.
Don't look at me. I didn't do it. Then who did? You're such a witch, Lucy. Everyone tried their best to make you
Dude, they literally have to have cameras at a school this nice with so many nice cars. Like, it just seems like a guaranteed fail for this girl.
ways, but you're a lost
Right?
cause. Once a criminal, always a criminal. You take that back. You're a criminal. I slapped Crystal so hard that her contacts fell out. I was expelled on the spot, and the teachers reported me to the police for destroying their cars. My case was being investigated, and I was probably going to end up in juvie, Dad, and I had to prove my innocence.
Okay.
So that night, I sneaked into the
There
school
we go.
security
Where was
room
this
and got
before?
all the camera footage on a USB.
Well, why would-
And then ran to Anthony's place. Lucy, what happened? Why did you do that to all the teachers' cars? I didn't. Someone's framing me, and I'm gonna find out who.
Why would, okay, but why would they not have looked at it? Unless the principal's in on it.
We used his laptop.
That's the only way I
to
can think of it.
videos, But there were hours and hours of it, and I was getting sleepy.
Seems
I
realistic.
went to the bathroom to change into my pajamas when I saw something that made the hair on the back of my head stand up. Hey, Lucy, I think I found the footage, but it's no good. The person's wearing a hoodie and a mask. I don't think you'll be able to prove it wasn't you.
Oh, they're
And
smart.
that's exactly what you wanted, didn't you? I threw the hoodie and mask in his face. They had the same spray paint stains as the one used to make the emoji.
What?
He looked shocked at first, but then an evil grin spread on his face. No one is gonna believe a nobody like you. They shouldn't have believed your dad either.
Okay, now I was suspicious of this guy early on for having so many guards. Now I do feel like I see the connection now. I feel like, okay,
What are you talking
what's happening?
about? What does my dad have to do with any of this? He has everything to do with this. When you joined the school and I read your name, I knew you had to be that nosy journalist's daughter.
Okay.
Journalist? Stupid, naive Lucy. Doesn't even know anything about her own parents.
Yeah.
Yes, he found some stupid evidence against my dad for fraud and ruined his reputation. He sent him to
What?
prison.
What?
I'm gonna send his precious daughter to jail.
Oh my
The
god.
door slammed open and the police rushed into the room.
To arrest you
Anthony-
because you stole freaking footage.
You're under arrest for property damage. What? It was her. You have no proof it was me. Actually, you slipped up. I have a dashboard camera in my car, and that caught your face when you were
Oh.
ruining it. Lucy, are you okay? Suddenly, Mom
That I
came
did
into the
not see
room.
coming. I did not see that coming. That's pretty
I was
clever.
So
Okay.
glad to see her.
Wow.
I gave her a bear hug. I was so scared, Mom. Anthony told me some weird stuff about Dad.
Yeah, but where is your
He's
dad?
a journalist? Yes, sweetie.
He's a journalist?
He is a very brave man who exposes criminals
Okay.
and bad men in the government. People are always trying to harm him, so he had to leave the country.
Oh.
And that's why we moved, to keep you safe. But how did you know I was here? I know I'm gonna sound like a psycho
But I
stalker.
track you on your
I
phone.
got your phone tracked. You weren't picking up, and I was worried about you. The minute I saw Anthony's last name, I realized who he was, and I knew
Wow.
you were in danger. I am so glad you stalked me.
What?
I didn't realize you were living with so much
Bro, wait,
stress.
what?
And tell
That's
me
so
now,
funny.
Mom, what's up with the briefcase, and how'd you scare the principal? It has your father's research and proof that he's used to expose people. I told your principal I had dirt on her. Do you? Nah, but it scared her enough to let you stay on in
Wow.
school.
I didn't guess any of
Don't
this.
have to go
Are you
back
kidding
there.
me?
We
This
can
is
find you
crazy.
a better school. That's okay. The kids aren't half bad there. But
So many
let's see
takeaways.
Dad. I was thinking we could visit him in the summer. Would you like that?
Yeah.
I would love it, Mom.
Woo. Guys, fart in my face and wake me up. This was a beautiful story. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you later. Peace.